Okay, here we are. We're live, and I'm here with my client, Patrizia. Welcome, Patrizia. We are going to talk about you and a result that you created. So I'm really, really excited to share this with the community. Because you actually were able to create over 100 sales calls and 17 clients and counting
Yes.
from one post. Now, before that's amazing. Well done, you. Now, before we get into it, I'd love for you to just introduce yourself, share with the audience, who you are and what you do.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Julie. Thank you for inviting me. And I am super glad that I can be here with you today. I'm super excited and also a little bit nervous. So, about me, I'm a coach and I help women who doubt themselves to develop and build their self confidence so that they can achieve business fulfillment. And also, I try to help them change their full-time job into their own business. So
Wow.
this is about me.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's an amazing mission. And, I love how clear it is who it's for and what you do. So, welcome, welcome. If you're with us live, just drop a little comment, give us a hello, let us know where you're tuning in from. And also put your name because we can't see who's commenting, but go ahead and do that. If you're on replay, it's hashtag replay. And do give the video a heart or a like. We always appreciate that. So yeah, thank you, Patrizia. And I'm just going to restate the result that you created because people are coming on now. So you were able to create over 100 sales calls and 17 clients, plus you have another 3 who are probably going to sign up. So
Yes.
it's probably going to be 20 from one single post. Wow.
Yes, exactly.
Right. And so when I heard this, ladies, I was like, I need to talk to this woman. Now, Patrizia is in our Fierce Feminine and Free program. And also, you've been through a couple of my experiences and trainings. So I know that you were someone who actually took the free training and began to implement
Yes.
before you even signed up for the program. So tell us a
Yes,
little
exactly.
about that. Like, what did that look like for you?
You know what? It was a bit like a magic for me because I tried to implement every single your advice. And when I wrote my ad, I wanted to express myself and what I felt when I made changes in my professional life. And then when I posted this ad, suddenly the bookings started popping up one by one, and it was amazing because on the one day it was, I think, 54, and the next day it was most than 100. So it was crazy,
Wow.
seriously.
And so you were working seriously hard to get through those sales calls, but you showed up and you did it. So I want to kind of take it all the way back. And I am actually going to read the post in a minute so that people can actually hear it. And we may even go so far as to copy and paste it and share it with you. Now, that is not for you guys to copy and paste it verbatim. And we'll talk about why that won't even work. But what you can do is learn from Patrizia and the way that she structured the post, and you can model what she's done and create your own version. But I will say, with any strategy, I think the key is, and Patrizia, you mentioned it, it really was you expressing yourself. It came from the heart.
Exactly.
And so,
Yes, exactly. Yes, you know what? I think when we share our own story, we are really I don't know how can I say it, but authentic. I think this is the best word. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And so often we see somebody create a great result and we're like, oh, I want to do that. And I put my hand up, I've done this in the past. If we kind of copy them, it never really works the same. Now, we can model the strategy. And obviously, you know, people do that when they come and learn in Fierce, Feminine and Free, and they learn the 4 client creation activities. They go and they take that and they make it their own. But the point is, you have to make it your own. So we're going to share what Patrizia did, and then you guys can take it and make it your own and use it to express your own individual voice and uniqueness. But ultimately, Patrizia, just talk us through like what you did from the time you got the inspiration, sat down to write the post, and then what did you do?
I try to connect with every single person who booked this, call with me. And even if someone didn't decide to jump into my coaching program, I invited them to my Facebook group, according to your advice. And I really try to build a strong relationships with them. I truly believe that someday some of them will decide to cooperate with me. Right now, maybe they are not ready for this, coaching process, but maybe someday, who knows?
Absolutely. And they will. You'll be surprised about how many will become clients down the line. But I love what you said. You know, you focused on, okay, I'm going to build relationships. And yes, you brought an influx of clients, but what you've also done is you've filled your pipeline for later on and you've created these relationships.
Exactly.
So it's not thinking
Yes.
about how many sales can I get now? It's really, how do I build relationships? How do I create clients?
I think this also give me extremely big knowledge about their problems and their goals, and also right now I know how I can support them, and this is a very important thing.
Yes. So that is why I always encourage people to be on calls with prospects. Sales calls, yes, but if you can't do that, market research calls, connect calls, you need to be connecting and hearing from your people. So you've demonstrated that so well. So I just want to rewind it. When you sat down to write the post, what kind of frame of mind were you in? How did you get your inspiration to write that post?
Inspiration was my own life, my own experience, and I asked myself what I felt, how I felt when I was in the same position, and what I wanted to create for myself, and I wrote this down
Yeah.
simply.
And just from the heart, I that's the energy I
Exactly.
got when I read it. And then just to be clear, what did you do with that post? Did you take it to a Facebook group? What kind of Facebook group?
No, it was totally different group, but I knew that there are my ideal clients. And I think this is very important to find a proper group for yourself where your ideal clients are.
Okay, so just to be clear, this is not your own Facebook group that we're talking about.
No, no, no,
You went
no,
and posted this in another group that has your ideal
exactly.
clients. So great, because that's a lead gen strategy. So brilliant. And that's one of the
Yes, and I invited many people to my own group.
Okay. So just thinking about the group you went and shared this post in, how many people does it have in it? Is it a big group, a small group?
Oh, this is very big group, to be honest. I think this is more than 50,000
Okay, so it's got 50,000.
people.
It's a small group. Obviously, you're allowed to share that kind of post in there. Now, had you already been active in there, or was this the first time?
No, it wasn't my first time. I chat with many women there about different topics. I tried to show up many times, but this time was magical.
Wow. Wow. So what I'm hearing is you found a group that's full of your target market, but you were already active in there. So I always talk about this
Yes,
as a lead gen strategy, like having separate groups. You've got your own group, which is like your home group that you're creating your audience. But then you have a couple of other groups not too many, that you focus on and you show up regularly and you interact and build
Yes,
relationships and add value. And because of that,
exactly.
your content then got seen. I think that if you hadn't already been active in there, it would have been a different story. Like if you just showed up
Absolutely.
and whacked a post out, you would not have got the same result. But because you'd invested the time and you were already an active member and connected with people, that, would you say that helped?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay, amazing. Right, I'm going to go ahead and read the post if that's okay with you, because I'm sure people are on the edge of their seat.
Absolutely.
Here
Please
we
do
go.
this.
Patricia's post. So it says, maybe I should have had you read it. I'll do it. It says, "Hi girl, can we talk about your work life for a sec? More specifically, do you have a job which you truly enjoy, in which you still develop yourself and you have a work life balance that works for you? Not really. The reason I bring it up is that many highly educated women are in this situation. On the one hand, you're longing for a change. But when you think about the process of moving to a new and fulfilling job, it overwhelms you and doubt starts creeping in. What do I actually want? Will I be good enough? Where do I start? Time to put that to an end. Winky face. We've got a winky face. I hear you. I was in the same position a few years ago. Overwhelmed, frustrated, scared. I've decided to quit my legal career and fulfill my dreams of helping others. So here I am. I love working with women to unlock their thinking, challenge any expectations or assumptions that may be holding them back, and determine their right course of action to move forward in their work life. I offer you a free 30-minute inspirational session via Zoom. In this session, you can tell me everything about the change you'd like to make, and I'll share more about how I work. Of course, this session's entirely free of obligation. If you're ready for a change, book your spot here. And then there's the link to your calendar. Wow, 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 wow. I asked you before we came on, did you make this up? Did you work with a copywriter? Were you using a template? And you were like,
Mm,
I just made it up. And I was like, Patricia, wow, that is honestly such a good post. I've read a lot of posts. I'll tell you some specifics that I like about it. It's conversational, right? It doesn't feel all stiff, like now I'm writing copy. You're just chatting like you're chatting to a friend here with you, right? So it's a very friendly, conversational tone. You let them know who it's for, right? You say, the reason I bring it up is many highly educated women are in the same situation. So you're letting them know who it's for. And then you outline the problem. On the one hand, you're looking for a change. And then you let them know, what they're starting to feel. You literally are describing the pain they're in, right? When they think about changing, the self-doubt creeps in, and you're using their words. What do I actually want? Will I be good enough? Where do I start? And I imagine, Patricia, that those are words you actually heard people saying, were they? Or what, or how you
yes,
felt?
yes.
Okay.
You know,
And
they
go ahead.
every single woman says that they feel that they was about them, that they post was about them. So yeah.
And that just shows that you've really been listening to your audience and, also your story. We're all the same in many ways. We feel the same ways. So great. And
Exactly.
then you've related, I was in the same position a few years ago. You've listed overwhelmed, frustrated, scared. And then you've told them, and hey, this is where I am now. You're not like making any huge claims like, oh, I'm over here like drinking champagne and having 50K months. You're just like, this is me, this is what I'm doing. So here I am. Right. And then you said how you love to work with women. And I love the call to action. I've never heard such a friendly, inspiring call to action. So it says, I offer you, so it's nice because it's just an offer. I offer you a free 30-minute inspirational session via Zoom. It's not just a session, it's an inspirational session, right? You can tell me all about the change you want to make. Who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want to come and tell someone about the change they want to make? But you're letting them know, hey, this is a sales call, because you're saying, and I will share about how I work. So there's no bait and switch. There's no like, oh, I thought it was just a connection call. They know, they should know that they're turning up to talk about potentially working together, right?
Exactly. And at the beginning, at the beginning, every single call, I say the same, that this is inspirational session, but I also will describe my offer at the end if you will want to listen about this.
Amazing, amazing, good. So, and you've let them know it's entirely free of obligation, so they're not going to get pressured to buy. And then I love this too, rather than like book your call here, if you're ready for a change, book your call here. It's such a lovely call to action. So many good things about that post. And guys, we will share it with you. But as I say, don't try copy and pasting it. You can model it, but this is Patricia's, so it works for Patricia. You need to come up with your own version that comes from your heart and soul. And so, Patricia, what was your experience of doing the sales calls? Did you have any no-shows? Was it challenging?
Yes. Many of people didn't show up at all. Many of them show up and all only wanted to free advice, but I'm okay with that. I decided to invite them to my Facebook group and increase my group in that way. But I think the outcome is amazing, and I'm super happy with that.
Oh, well done you, because you took the principles and you made them your own and you took action. That's something about you that has helped create this result. You are an implementer, you take the learning, you go and do it quickly. And because of that, you create results. Now I know that your next challenge is going to be how to manage all these clients in your schedule, right? Which is
exactly with many different tasks in my business. Yes, it will be a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I know you will help me with that.
Absolutely, 100%. I am so excited for you. Like, does anyone have any questions for Patricia? Just drop them in the comments, because we're going to wrap up in a minute. But was there anything else you wanted to share? I'll definitely let people know where they can come and find you in a minute. But anything else you wanted to share?
Yes, I really want. If you are considering working with Julie, I can tell you that it was one of the best investment in my life. So,
oh my God, I wasn't
go and take an action.
It really wasn't. Thank you, Patricia. That means a lot. You're going to make me emotional, but yeah, no, I wasn't expecting that. But thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, where can people come and join your community?
I think I will share a link to my Facebook group below this video, if you don't mind.
Yes, that's great. I think definitely do that. And what's your Facebook group called?
Overcome self-doubts for ambitious and professional women.
Perfect. Yes, we'll share a link. Thank you, Patricia. It's been fantastic talking to you. Huge congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
I know that you're going to keep on the path and enjoy your success and the next steps. So,
thank you, Julie. Thank you for everything.
Pleasure. Okay, everyone, I hope that was useful. Do leave us a comment. If you have any questions, comments, give the video a heart or a like, and definitely get over to Patricia's community. You're going to want to be there. She is such an inspirational woman. And if nothing else, you're going to learn how to create great copy, right? So thanks again for being here, and we'll say goodbye for now.
Bye. Thank you.